Go live now.
You did a
Looks so
long video.
dark.
Some crazy stuff. All right, we're live.
Yeah.
All right, guys, what's up? What's up? How's everybody today? As you guys are coming in this live stream, go ahead and smash that like button and drop us a comment. Let us know that you guys are in here watching us. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. It's Wednesday. This is actually our first Wednesday live stream, and I'm really excited about this one. This one's gonna be a little bit different, guys. So as you guys come in, make sure you guys are smashing that like button, and we're gonna get everything tuned up and ready for you guys so we can have the best live stream possible. All right. Got no limit Eddie working hard on the other side, getting everything together for you guys. All right. What are we doing today? All right, Oreo. Oreo has been barking like crazy today. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good week so far. Go ahead and smash that like button. Drop us a comment down in the chat box if you guys are here. And go ahead and just give this stream a thumbs up so it just lets YouTube know that you guys are liking the stream, that you guys are enjoying it. So it can push it out to more people. What's so funny?
No, they got some new settings on YouTube now.
Oh, snap. Okay.
All right, cool. So we are live on YouTube. So I do not see the comments. Shan, do you have a place to see the comments and stuff?
Yes.
Okay, you can see comments and everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. All right, what's going on, guys? So man, it's me, No Limit Eddie, back with another freaking live stream. It's been a really long time since I've gone live constantly and consistently. So that is what we're going to do today. So we're doing something new called a Wednesday rant. Okay, Wednesday rant. So on these Wednesdays, man, we're just going to talk about things that I actually care about, random things. All right. Yes, I live in Africa. That's what I do. But I mean, I don't just sit around watching content about Africa all day. I really don't almost never watch it, to be honest, unless I'm in the mode to travel. If I'm in the mode to travel, then I watch a lot of content around that particular country. But these are things that I actually watch, or things that I actually care about, or things that actually come across my TikTok account or my YouTube account, and things like that. So that's what these Wednesday rants are all about. All right. Now, we have a couple of topics that we're going to dive into and talk about. But first, we want to wait for some people to come on into the stream, have a little jibber jabber with you. I don't see the chat if you guys are commenting. Shan sees the chat, so Shan will kind of alert me of who's in there. We'll say what's up to you guys. I know I haven't gone live for a while, but usually these lives are kind of like parties. We just go live all the time in Tanzania. We know people by name. You know, we kind of have rapport with a lot of people. So yeah, you guys are coming on in. Drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. I am in Egypt, so if you hear something going on back in the background, it is a mosque. The mosque is going off right around now. It's doing like letting people know that there's prayer. I guess it's prayer time, or it's time to do like your prayers and stuff. If you guys are aware of that, in case you were hearing it, I just want to make sure that everything is good. Let me go to my YouTube to make sure to change the title and everything.
Good on my end.
Because saying this discard to changes. It's like it's not wanting to just let me know if it's saved. Yeah, I think it's good. Live. And how do you guys enjoy that last video too? How do you guys enjoy that last video that I dropped? It was all about racism in Egypt. Racism in Egypt.
That's a question we get a lot, you know. Is it
Yes.
racist there? How do they feel about us? How do they treat us? You know, do we get strange looks? So I think that was a real important video that you dropped.
Yeah, I feel like it is. I feel like it was an important video. All right, cool. So people got a couple people on here. So what are we actually talking about, Shan? What are we talking about? So should we jump first off into who you are? Because maybe they don't know you. I don't preach you too often on my channel, a lot of my videos. So I guess we can jump into really who you are a little bit, and then we can jump into the main topic.
All right. Well, on here, you guys know me as Shay, but any other platform, I go by the Informative Expat. Of course, I'm Eddie's sister. I am a travel content creator and a YouTuber. So, yeah, I'm his older sister, and we're just gonna do a live together today. Talk about a couple of things that we're interested in or we like. So, yeah.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah, so we got Shay Vlogs over here. Really, her TikTok is really what she posts the most on, and she's the most active over there. The Informative Expat. So you guys can check her out, follow her over there as well. And they can also DM you there too if they have questions about relocating and things like that. And you have Instagram, which is what is your Instagram? Do you mess with it or not really?
Yeah, C Charm. I'm putting it in the chat.
All right, cool. So she'll have her TikTok and Instagram in the chat for you guys if you guys want to follow her over there. But she's more active on there than she is on YouTube. Honestly, I'm becoming more active on other platforms too than I am on YouTube, but I'm doing my best to be consistent this year with posting for you guys. All right. Now, with that being said, so the first topic, man, I think we're going to talk about boxing. We're going to talk about boxing. This is what we talk about really in most of our day-to-day conversations. We're talking something around the world of boxing. So for the most part, I enjoy fighters. I'm not a big like weight class guy. I'm not like, oh, I only watch heavyweights or only watch lightweights or only watch welterweights. I pretty much watch or pay attention to individual fighters that I personally enjoy based off of, their style of fighting, based off of their story, based off of this, if I relate to them or not. So one of those fighters that I really enjoy is Devin Haney. Okay, Devin Haney is probably one of my favorite fighters that's active right now. I used to love Deontay Wilder, but ever since he got knocked out by Tyson Fury in such a dramatic manner, he just hasn't been the same. So I wouldn't say he's my current favorite fighter because I don't know if he should really be fighting him. He's pretty old, 38 now. Boxing boxing is more of a young man sport. So, I think his career might be towards the tail end. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. But yeah, so let's talk about Devin Haney, Shan. Let's talk about that real quick. I mean, what have you been hearing? What have you been hearing so far?
It's been getting kind of crazy in the boxing industry.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been getting crazy. Devin Haney going off on this person, on that person. People are basically disrespecting him and saying, still to this day that he's an email champion. He's not a real champion. Like it's all cap. He's nobody. He just makes a lot of money, and even that is not even what he's claiming that it is. So I feel like a lot of people are disrespecting Devin. But a lot of people are also super duper obsessed. Like they have obsessive compulsive behavior when it comes to Devin Haney. So I feel like it's something that needs to be addressed because if this guy is nobody and he's not who he says he is, why is everybody obsessed with him? And why does everybody quote unquote call him out and he's supposedly ducks them? Why is that?
Right. Exactly. So I mean, first of all, keep the chat. If people are popping in the chat, just let me know, Shan, so we can say what up to him.
Yeah, we are.
I'm saying just call him out so we can say, yeah, call him out whenever somebody's in the chat. We'll say what up to him.
All right, so we got Humble Me in the chat. They said blessings, family.
What up to Humble Me? Shout out to you. Where you watching in from? Where you tuning in from?
We got Sade Imore.
Sade, what up?
Hey sis, how you doing? And then we got CG in the chat. They said hello from Germany.
Okay, nice. Shout out to everybody in Germany. A lot of German people live in Egypt. A lot of Germans, a lot of Ukrainians, a lot of Russians live, especially in the town that I live in. Quite a few. But yeah, all right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. If you guys are new here, drop in where you're watching me from. Say a little bit about yourself, things like that. So that way we get to know who all is watching the stream. But shout out to Sade. I know she's been dropping some community tabs. She got her first YouTube check, so shout out to Sade for that. Right. And then as far as Humbly, I don't think Humble Me, was it? Or Humble G?
Humbly Me.
Humbly Me. Okay, got you. Yeah, I never seen that channel before. So let me know where'd you find me and things like that. What kind of video was it that kind of brought you to the channel? But yeah, okay. So who's saying Devin's an emo champ? Like who's talking like this?
I seen a video yesterday, and it was
Okay.
Tank. Tank was saying it. I've also
Mm,
seen Teofimo say it. You
okay.
know, and Rolly spoke on it a little bit.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay.
so it was a video. He did an entire interview. Tank did an entire interview about Devin, like his interview.
So was this an old? This is old because the problem is they'll be taking old clips and then replaying
Yeah,
them as if they're new.
of course, it was older. It was older. It wasn't
Okay.
like new. It didn't come out like this
All
week,
right. Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
they're disrespecting them, And these
Okay.
clips are just resurfacing, and it's hot right now. It's trending.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Yeah. If you guys hear it outside, that's like a gas truck. So almost like how you have ice cream trucks in the states that are go driving down. They'll like have the music playing, let you know, hey, ice cream, ice cream. They have like these containers of basically propane, and then they'll have like a wrench, and they'll kind of hit between the containers to let you know, hey, we got gas containers, we got gas containers. You need those to like cook food for your oven and stuff like that. So they'll just drive by once a day, twice a day. Sometimes in the summer, I feel like they come by like 18 times in a day. I don't know. Um, but they would just, make their swerves, let people know, hey, they got work for you, you know. But yeah, okay. So so what I've been feeling like, Shan, as far as right now with Devin, so I was just watching actually Bill Haney on the
Mm-hmm.
Boxing Voice, and he was talking about the Adrian Broner fight might actually be real. Like that might actually be real. Like he's been
Yeah.
contacted by Don King to kind of set up that whole fight with AB. And I think that if that fight does happen, that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge because
Yeah.
AB is known for talking crazy. Devin is not known for talking crazy, but Bill is known for talking crazy.
Bill
And
is the
so
mouthpiece. Yeah, Bill is
uh,
definitely the mouthpiece, but Devin goes out there and he backs it up,
every once, yeah. He backs it up. He backs it up. Every once in a while, he does talk some good talk. But Devin's more of a Twitter. Like Devin's more of like he's funny on Twitter, but in real
Uh-huh.
life, less so. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it takes Devin a little time to like get his comeback. So he don't like really like going back and forth. He'll just really, you know what I mean? Disrespect
Right.
you a little bit, but he don't go ham. But when he get on that Twitter, he goes ham. Like
Yeah, he goes ham. He goes ham, and it's good content. Like it's real good content. Um, but yeah, so that's what's happening. I would say right now in the boxing world. Okay, so if you guys know, yeah, we're big fans of boxing. Um, so if a Devin Haney, Adrian Broner fight does occur, I think that'd be huge. They're both funny characters, both amazing fighters. You know what I mean? And it'll be just good for the sport of boxing. I feel like. And I think they were also talking about. They mentioned Tio, but I don't think they really want to fight Tio, in my opinion. You know what I mean? It don't seem like they want to make that fight happen.
no.
Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know about a TO fight. I think it'll be an amazing fight to see, but I think it gets bigger as time goes on as well. It's a bigger money fight if they wait a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
But what else? Any other rumblings you've been hearing in that realm of things?
Yeah. A
Okay.
new video exposing Rolly. Him and
Mm.
Garcia were sparring, and he was getting worked. Like he wasn't even fighting back. It was so bad that they had to say stop,
Oh,
stop.
was that the video that Tio drops? I keep seeing something in the thumbnail about Tio Bimo sparring Rolly.
No. It was Garcia. It was a video of Garcia and Rolly.
Okay, so that's different then. Okay,
Yeah. This one came out, I think, yesterday because I posted it on my Instagram. And I was like,
okay.
this is crazy. Like, I couldn't believe what was going on. We got some comments too. Let's address the comments.
All right, drop them.
All right. We got Humbly Me. She came back and said, I'm from Florida.
I have a lot of family in Florida. So shout out to FL.
And then we got a new viewer, Renea Black. She said, good morning, host and chat.
What up? What up? Shout out to Renea for popping in. If you're new around here, this is me, No Limit Eddie, and I got my sister here, Shay Vlogs, or the Informative Expat. You need to have your one name on everything, to be honest. But Shay Vlogs or the Informative Expat on TikTok. What else we got? Anything else?
As far as boxing, no, it's just a lot of people
No,
being
as far as comments.
Oh no more comments. No more
Okay,
comments.
got you. Yeah, okay, guys. Yeah, so today's just a Wednesday rant. So we're talk about a whole bunch of random things. We have a couple topics to talk about. We want to start off talking about boxing. Are you guys fans of boxing? Let me know. Drop it in the chat. I know you have like casual fans who just know like the big names, like the Canelos, or like the Floyds, or like the probably Tanks. A lot of people know Tank, even casual fans. And then you have more of like The deep casual fans, which I would say probably like me and Shan are, we're casual fans, but we know a little bit more of like, okay, this fighter, that fighter. Then you have people who just like, every prospect, every up and coming fighter. That's not what we had with it. We just like to keep up to date with certain fighters, and that kind of brings you into different worlds and stuff like that. But all right, Shan, so we got a couple of topics. A couple of TikToks to react to actually. So
All right.
where do you want to start? Do you want to start off with a brick lady?
Hmm?
I'm saying, where you want to start? You want to start off with a brick lady? Like, you want to start off with like, who do you want to start off with? Big U? Like,
Yeah, let's go with the brick lady, because I know you wanted to really talk about that one.
all right. So let's go into this brick lady, guys. Go into this brick lady here. Should we give a preface about what happened? Then play the video, or play the video?
You could give a preface because people may not have seen it.
All right. So around maybe a year ago, would you say?
Yeah, at least.
All right. So maybe like around a year ago, there was a woman. I think she was from Somalia, but she lived in the U.S. She was kind of like a first generation, I believe, here, but maybe she immigrated here a little bit in her life. And she was in some town. You know what town she was in?
No.
All right. Well, some Somali lady. She lived in America, and she was maybe like 30, around that age. And so apparently she was at a club, and a guy took a brick and smashed her in the face with it because she refused to give him her number. Okay, that was the story that was ran with. It went viral all over the internet. It caused a big divide in the genders. Men were like, that doesn't make sense. Why would a guy do this? Women were like, this is why, as a Black woman, it's so dangerous to be alive nowadays. And it was just a big like divisiveness in the community on social media. Now, from the very beginning, people were choosing sides. What happened was real, what happened was false, what happened was right, what happened was wrong. It was like two different sides, and it was pretty divisive. Now, people were always raising questions, which was okay, because she posted a video and her face was super swollen. Her face was super swollen, like huge. But people were like, okay, if you got smacked by a brick, why is there no abrasion on your face? So why does your face look perfectly whole but just swollen? Right? Why is there no scratch or no scrapes or no anything like that? Why is no footage and no surveillance of it? We didn't see the aftermath. We didn't see the aftermath of what happened. In the video, she's like, look at all these Black men. They just saw me get hit in a brick and they didn't do anything. And there's people coming out like, that's not what happened. And other people like, this is what happened. So it was quite crazy, but it was viral. Probably on Shade Room and Media Takeout and all these different places, and it's on TikTok as a whole. So now, fast forward till today, this is the latest update in this story. So we're gonna play that video now. So let me know in the comments as well, if you guys know the brick lady.
Yeah, we got some comments. We got Manny in the chat. He said, I just caught y'all live. And then he said she was exposed as a scammer. This isn't her first time scamming from GoFundMe.
Right. So now we're gonna play the video right here. So you can see this chat, right? Or not the chat, the YouTube itself.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you see on the screen? Do you see my video on the screen?
Give it a second because it's a little delayed from what I see.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
That's the full screen now?
It looks like TikTok on here. I can see the whole thing.
All right.
I need to see all those apologies ASAP. All those creators, all those people that you guys made videos on, that you guys called out, said, oh, we was wrong, they was woody. I'm so happy I stayed quiet and just reported on facts until this information came out. The brick lady lied about being hit with a brick. She never was hit by a brick. The police stated that there was never no man that put any type of harm on her. The police reviewed the video footage from the gas station, from the club, and her own friend, and stated that this woman was never harmed. In fact, she hopped in a car with men. She got in an argument with one of them and hit them with a bottle, and the men left. No one ever put her in any harm's way whatsoever. She orchestrated this whole thing to get money. And this has happened before. She has done this previous times. But you guys bashed men. You guys literally discredited everybody that said that this was a lie. Against everyone's common sense. You guys put feelings over facts and discredited every person. You guys made a couple of creators leave TikTok because of the amount of criticism they got for not believing her story.
All right. So that was that video there. Okay, so that was that video there. Now, that was intense, guys. That was intense. So first and foremost, give your take on it, Shan, as a woman. You know, believe all women. That's a narrative that's being pushed heavily in the Western world. How do you feel about such a topic?
I have a controversial, I guess, way of thinking about it. And it's crazy because it's like you should be able to believe women, but a lot of women lie. So, and because it's like, oh, like you said, that whole mindset of, oh, believe women. Whenever they say something, even if it is a lie, people believe it immediately because that is what's pushed. And I feel like that's what's wrong with the world, you know, and I don't like that because a lot of times women lie on men just out of pure revenge. They're angry at them. They couldn't get something out of them that they wanted. So they want to, you know, cause harm to them by putting false narratives on them. So I don't feel like you should believe every woman. So that's why when things like this come out, I usually never speak on them, especially right off the gate. I kind of let it simmer down because more information will come out. And you see, like, if you go out there and you just put something out there and it's so divisive and it's one-sided to like, oh, believe women and this is why we should all hate men and this and this and this, it's like, it's scary, you know? So I personally, I don't like that whole believe women 100% of the time thing. I think that people lie. Men lie, women lie, everybody lies, you know? So I don't know. It was crazy though, what they did and how people was just coming on TikTok and choosing sides, and it just all bad. It was all bad.
No, I feel you on that, and I do think that that's a scary thing. Is like, you know, as a man, it just takes one false lie, one false narrative to ruin. You know what I mean? Which you could have built up for years and years and years. Once you get certain labels on you, they're on you for life. You know, it doesn't matter how much, because the negative is going to get more attention than the positive. So if they say this man is an abuser, it could be 100% false. But once you're labeled as an abuser, that's going to run way farther than, oh, that actually was a lie. That wasn't true. You know? So, you know, that's kind of the crazy part and the scary part about it, especially in the Western world, you know, where people just do things for clout sometimes and we do things for money, you know, but that's a pretty elaborate plot and a pretty elaborate plan, you know, that she went ahead and did. You know, because I mean, she put some type of saline into her face. She actually went to a hospital, went to a real doctor, you know what I mean? And was in there saying that, oh, it hit with a brick. And, you know, she had it planned out with the GoFundMe. She had everything planned out about how to go viral. She went in front of all these different men. Look at all these black men. And she let people run with a narrative that wasn't true. She let men, black men go against black men, black women go against black men, black men go against black women. She let this divisiveness happen. And so when you see a guy like Tariq Nasheed, who is quite a funny character, but he talks about the FBA's foundational Black Americans versus what he calls the tethers. Those are the people who come from these different countries and they go over to America. And they're Black Americans when it benefits them, but then when it doesn't benefit them, they're Somalian or they're Dominican or they're Jamaican or they're all these different things. So they'll benefit on the back of in a labor of what we did in the civil rights movement and getting chased by dogs and hosed down by fire hydrants and all kind of stuff. But when it comes to standing on actual business, right, they're not really about it. So I think that when Tariq Nasheed did his breakdown of this, he was saying that's why you got to be real careful with tethers. You know what I mean? Because she caused so much divisiveness in the Black community as someone who doesn't even identify as a Black American. You know, and so that was pretty crazy as well. You know.
But that's why you always got to let the information come out, you know, because the truth will always be told. And it wasn't that long after that where, you know, of course, people donated immediately because, you know, they hear the story and they feel so bad and whatnot. So, of course, she was able to run up some money. I think she made like over $42,000 or something like that. But shortly after that, she was exposed and they were saying, like, this isn't her first time doing a GoFundMe scam. This isn't her time doing something to go viral. And then it ended up being a lie, you know, so. Yeah, it's crazy. But we got some comments. The comments is going crazy right now. So we got Renee. She said, Brick Lady had no blood and she was speaking very well to be hit with a brick in her jaw. I never believed.
Okay, exactly. That's what I was saying. A lot of people were bringing that to the fact. Like, if you get hit with such an abrasive object as a brick, how did it not, at the very least, scrape your skin? You know what I mean? Like that doesn't make sense. If somebody can punch another person with their knuckles and break skin, how do you get hit with a brick, a rock,
Right.
and that not happen to you? But your face is somehow so swollen. You know, that was pretty interesting.
That didn't make any
Good
sense.
comment, Renee. I appreciate that, Renee.
And we got Manny. He said, I knew something was suspect about her. I believe she finally turned herself in. She's a troublemaker. I didn't know people were shaming black men.
Yeah. No, man, that was a big thing. Like, because in her video that initially went viral, she knew how to play on people's emotions. She literally lined up a lot of black men, said, look at all these black men, they sit here and did nothing because I got hit in the face with a brick, you know, things like that. And like basically saying
and all that. Yeah.
Right. Basically saying black men are not protecting black women, which is a pretty big narrative now. Kevin Samuels brought this to light, I would say, a lot, with the whole like, okay, you don't even smile at black men, but you want them to do all these different things for you. So how do you? It was a whole thing, but Kevin Samuels, I feel like, really brought it to light. And since then, it's been like a hot topic about, you know, black men defending black women or not, you know, doing so. But yeah, man, it's crazy in America. You know, I'm not sure how it is in Canada with that whole situation.
And that's why it's scary. Like, some people expect these black men to come and be like a rescuer to all situations or to put their life on the line for them, but we don't even know if that woman is lying. So I'm gonna go to war for you and help this random black woman, you know, and put my life on the line, and then I end up killed, and you guys are just having a domestic dispute, and you guys are back together tomorrow. But you just, you know, such outrageous things happen to you, and you don't know this man from a can of paint, and now I lost my life, and you go on by your way, you know. So it's a very scary topic. I feel like it's really really delicate to deal with, you know. We got Hassan. Hey Hassan, he said no limit with a bunch of exclamation points, give you a shout out.
What up?
And we got Renee. She came back with 2 comments. She said research is necessary. Research is necessary these days because the truth is limited. And she kept hollering over the black man who was asking her what man.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You do got to research nowadays. You know what I mean? I think that's the number one portion of it. So many people get riled up by emotion. They let emotion take over logic. You know what I mean? I think that's where a lot of conflict begins to come into play.
And we got Hassan. He said she was a manipulator of our situation.
Right. Exactly. Definitely manipulated things. You know what I mean? She knew how to play the social media game. You know what I mean? And the sad thing is, all she made was 42,000. Like, that's not really, guys, going to last you at all, especially to ruin your entire name. Now she's known as, you know what I mean, a liar. You know what I mean, to the rest of the world. And I think if she was Somalian people already have a bad reputation as a whole, and so she didn't act positively to it. You know what I mean? Everybody's ethnic image actually matters. You know what I mean? So I don't think her you know, deceitful ways were really that good. But that's what the book of Proverbs talks about. Like, riches gained by wickedness are quickly taken away. She probably didn't even get to really access that whole 42K before, and now she's in jail. You know what I mean? So even if she did have any of that money, if she didn't already blow it, it's going to be eaten away by lawyer fees. You know what I mean? I mean, to properly defend yourself in America, you know what I mean? I think they say it's like $1.2 million to have a proper legal defense, right? And so in reality, guys, she might be spending time behind bars for a simple scam that didn't even make her, you know what I mean, any real money, you know? So
when you think about it, no, in America, that 42 is not going to go that far.
Anywhere 42 is not really going to go that far. You know, I mean, not to ruin your name for it, not to ruin your entire, you know what I mean? And now your mom's ashamed of you, your dad's ashamed of you, your parents are ashamed. You know, a lot of people are ashamed of you. You know what I mean? So it's not really worth all that much, you know? So it's crazy. But that's that situation. Let's go on to the next one. If you guys have more comments on that, drop it in. But we're going to move on to the next topic.
We got somebody saying shalom, family. Yahweh is real.
That's the username. Yahweh is real. Got you. Shalom.
Hey, shalom.
We're just doing something called a Wednesday rant. Okay, so who we got next? So we can do the Sean Strickland. We can do Big U, Clouds Falling from the Sky. Let's do Clouds Falling from the Sky last.
Just drop them. Like, whatever you think is good. You're the controller of this. Like, just drop them.
All right.
Yeah. Keep it spicy.
All right, so let's switch topic. Let's go from a black situation to a Caucasian situation. Let's do that.
All right. Make sure you guys are smashing the like button on this.
Yeah, let us know if you like these Wednesday rants. Let us know if you like these Wednesday rants.
That's also things you said about the trans community. You said this past October when they announced the Bud Light sponsorship that you'd go so hard on Bud Light in your next fight, they'll have to accept me or denounce me when they know what and will know what they stand for. Are you still going to use your fight time to kind of speak on that?
Here's the thing about Bud Light. 10 years ago, to be trans was a mental fucking illness. And now all of a sudden, people like you have fucking weaseled your way into the world. You are an infection. You are the definition of weakness. Everything that is wrong with the world is because of fucking you. And the best thing is the world's not buying it. The world's not buying your fucking bullshit you're fucking peddling. The world is not saying, you know what? You're right. Chicks have dicks. The world's not saying that. The world's saying, no, there are two genders. I don't want my kids being taught about, who they could fuck in school. I don't want my kids being taught about, their sexual preference. Like, dude, this guy is a fucking enemy.
All right.
Wow.
Okay, so first and foremost, you guys know YouTube doesn't like me talk certain ways about certain topics. So therefore, if you guys enjoy this style of content, what you guys want to do is definitely smash the like on today's video. Hit the super chat because will they monetize this video? Who knows? Hit the super chat, which is that money sign icon in the chat. And then also in the description, like PayPal, Cash, if you like this type of content, let us know about doing those things. Okay. Now, with that being said, this was Sean Strickland. So Sean Strickland, as you can tell probably by the way he looks and where he was at and the belt that was in front of him, he's a UFC fighter. Okay, so he's a UFC fighter who's very opinionated. He's very what we would call right-leaning. All right, so you can see even on his shirt, it said a woman in every kitchen, a gun in every household, or I don't know what it said, a woman in every kitchen and a gun in every household. I think that's what it said. And then that's kind of his ideology, his political leaning. And so a few years ago, I believe, he had said some things about Canada when that whole trucking situation was going on, where they started freezing bank accounts and kind of like locked people out of society because they went to a trucker protest. He spoke out about it and basically like Canada is a crap hole, like it's going to crap. It's almost like a communist country, and a lot of people had some opinions about it. So this fight that he just had, he went back to Canada to fight this fight. And so a Canadian reporter basically said, hey, like I know you had some crazy comments about Canada. I want to ask you about your feelings about this LGBT and different things like that. And this was kind of his response there that we just saw. All right. So based off of that, Shan, what were you thinking about his response and what you saw?
I feel like it's valid. He has a right to feel how he feels about certain community, as they call it. And I feel like it's something that should not be pushed on the rest of the world. If I'm uncomfortable with it, or if I personally don't agree with that lifestyle, that shouldn't be pushed down everybody's throat, and it shouldn't be, better yet, pushed down my kids' throat or taught to them in school. Especially without my permission. I don't think that's good. Because kids' minds are so impressionable. So teaching them at a young age that type of stuff, it just confuses it. I send my kids to school to learn about education, not their sexual preference, So I agree. I don't understand how it was a mental illness before, but now it's like, if you don't agree with this lifestyle, we're going to shame you. We're going to cancel you. We're going to make it so hard for you to make money. I don't understand how it evolved from a mental illness to everybody needs to accept this, and this needs to be okay with everybody. And, if you don't like it, then now you're shameful or canceled, quote unquote.
Right. And that's the big thing is like, so people were trying to cancel him kind of based off of these comments that he said. And so that's kind of why this clip was going viral over social media, and essentially kind of just like you said, I just feel that people shouldn't be getting canceled just basically off of what they're saying, you know what I mean? And having an opinion. I think that leads to a society where most people are just not free, where most people still hold the same opinions, but they're now just afraid to say it. You know what I mean? I don't think that's a society that most people want to live in, and, if what he was saying is true or what he was saying was not true, he has his own opinion of like you said, how he wants to say it. You know what I mean? I think the way he said it was very graphic. So I think that may have rubbed some people the wrong way. But in reality, the baseline of what he said was true. You know what I mean? Certain things that were just a few years ago considered a mental illness, which makes sense as it being a mental illness. If you're saying I have a perfectly functioning body part that I want to decapitate or take off to change to something else, that is a mental illness. If I walked around and said, I want to take my head out of my body, I feel like my head, this doesn't fit my body anymore. It's just not right. It's just not right. And I want to change my body. So I'm going to take my head off and put it into another thing.
Right.
Somebody would say, so you want to kill yourself, right? That's a mental illness.
Correct.
So it's no different than any other body part. Oh, I just don't feel like my leg belongs anymore. I want to just cut my leg off. That's not normal. That's not right. Okay.
Right.
And so as a result of that, that is a mental illness. That's on the first format. The second format of it, and why I believe it's a mental illness as well, is this, right? Every organization, every organism that is alive, their whole purpose is to breed, to pass on genetics, right? And so to go against that, right, it is a defect. Just look at the world, even from plants to fruits to vegetables to animals, everything that lives and breathes, right? Its whole purpose is to pass on its genetics. And so to put yourself in a position where you say, I'm not going to do that, I don't want to do that, because these gender changes are irreversible. So once a man does it to become a woman or a woman does it to become a man, they can no longer just switch back and forth, right? And so you're basically making a choice to permanently, essentially become an Enoch or to become a castrated, right? And so that right there is the second component of why it is, to me, would be formulated as a mental illness, right?
Yeah.
But again, make sure you guys are liking today's video and things like that, okay? So with that being said, Urban Square, do you think that people should be getting canceled for saying things like that? Or, like, how do you feel? Like, should he lose his job? Should he not be able to fight in the UFC? Like, what do you think?
Absolutely not. Just like those people have the right to say, you need to address me as this pronoun, or you need to call me this name, or I want to change my name from Mark to Martha. Like, if you can go so far, you can try to tell me to do that, and I have to do that in the workplace in order to be around you or to address you, I should be able to say how I feel. If I don't like coffee, how can I say, to somebody, I don't like coffee, or I don't like tea. I prefer to drink water or juice. That's okay. But if I say I don't like dealing with certain people like this, that's not okay. I don't understand it. So I feel like maybe, yes, he said it in a graphic way, but I feel like at this point in time, you have to kind of take it to that level with some people because they're not getting it, and you can preach to the choir, but it's like they're still trying to push it. Clearly, this man doesn't agree with that lifestyle, and he's not with it. What is the first thing the interviewer asks him? Is right about that lifestyle. Why do you keep pushing on me if you know I don't like it? So now I'm going to take it from a 2 to a 10 so you can understand next time. Don't ask me about it. I feel like that's why he got a little graphic, because he's probably like, stop asking me about it. I don't want to talk about it,
But what do you feel like, in your opinion? Because I feel like a lot of people may hold the same thought process as he does, but they're enslaved to their work conditions. Because a lot of jobs, almost all jobs, make you do that gender sensitivity training.
Oh, yeah.
If somebody was Paul today and tomorrow they Pauline, and you keep calling them Paul, well, they're going to take you to HR. And now you have to choose, okay, well, am I going to be fired, not be able to feed my children, not do all these different things, or am I going to bow the knee to Baal, bend the knee to, the prince of power, the person who runs the world, and just accept this ideology? What am I going to do?
That's why you have to free yourself from the matrix in order to speak your mind fully without repercussions of, like you said, being fired or being canceled or, not being able to make money. If you free yourself from the matrix and you make money online and have an audience, like you can sell to that specific audience if you want to, I feel like that's the only way you can truly escape that and say what you want to say openly, especially on the internet. You can talk like that freely in your home, but you can't really say that to, the masses or on the internet. So in order to do that, you have to free yourself from the matrix. And that starts with making money online.
Right. I think that's a big portion of it. You know what I mean? Some people don't really agree with it, but they almost have to agree with it because they're afraid. And even people are getting fired because of what they post on Twitter. You know what I mean? They can just reshare a certain thing. Even they may reshare this video. Somebody will post them to HR. You know what I mean? Like you even have to be careful now, or you may not get hired because their new boss is checking in on their social media account. What are you posting? What are you doing this for? You know what I mean? And so people are so afraid now to just be honest. And so we're living in a world where a very vocal minority control the majority. You know, and I think that's interesting. I think that's interesting. But let's see if we got any comments of this, and then we'll go on to that next story.
Yes, Manny says, I remember seeing this with some laughing emojis. He said this was in Toronto, Ontario, another liberal providence. Canada media is so paid for by the government.
Right. No, I've been hearing a lot about, Canada and things like that. It's been wild.
And shout out to Manny. He hit us with a $6.99. I think that's Canadian. Is that Canadian money? CA?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, I love this live. Please do more of these often. I agree 100% with everything.
All right. Appreciate that, Manny. For sure. Let me see. I go if I can drop some custom emojis in that joint.
Some stickers in there for Manny. Shout out to Manny. Thank you for that. We appreciate it. And yeah, we'll do more, And if you guys want to see some specific topics, go ahead and drop them in the chat, and we'll try to see if we can cover them. There we go. We got the No Limit Eddie.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys like this type of content, definitely feel free to hit the super chat, just like my guy Manny did. It's like the money sign icons for you to chat. Because YouTube doesn't like if you talk about certain topics. If you don't cover them the way they're free to cover them. So definitely smash the like button on the stream, so that way YouTube can keep pushing it out to more and more people. And hit the super chat as well. Okay, we appreciate that, guys. And if you're watching this by the time the stream is actually over, then you can also still hit the Cash App, which will be linked in the video's description. All right, so do that as well. Okay, so that was a Sean Strickland situation there.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty interesting. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoying this Wednesday rant with No Limit Eddie and Shay Vlogs, aka the Informative Expat. All right. So let's go from Canada now to the States. Let's go to the States. Let's go to the trenches. Let's go to where we from.
All right, the set. Okay.
This is a long one, so I don't know if we got to watch the whole thing. We might watch some of it.
A while back, right? And I'm on a phone.
Actually, hold on. We got to preface this.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on.
It's paused.
Let me come here. Okay, so preface. Okay, so me and Shan are from Los Angeles, California. Okay, that's where we're from. One of artists that's from LA, his name was Nipsey Hussle. He was a pretty big rapper, and I feel like he was more than a rapper a lot of ways, more like almost like a community activist.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, he was a gang member from a particular area called the 60s, right? And he was a gang member, but then he ended up becoming a rapper, and from rap, he was able to build up a brand, a Marathon clothing. He had music, he had artists, he had all kinds of things. So he was big on teaching people to have mastery, to have ownership over things, right? Like, don't just sell yourself short. Like, try to, believe in yourself and believe in your value. So he believed in, let's say, owning the rights to his music. He believed in owning and buying back the block. He believed in creating brands, personal brands that, live on even after. So that's why I think it was a marathon. Marathon continues. And even after his death, he's still, able to provide for his children because he owned his master, his music. So his children are still getting royalties from that. He owned a clothing brand, which is still doing. I feel like the clothing brand got bigger after his passing. But essentially, he built things that were meant to last in the long haul. Now, sadly, one day as he was at his store, he was himself murdered by another rolling 60 Crip at his own store that he owned in his own neighborhood. So it was a very tragic way to end the story. Now, it was quite interesting what happened because the camera footage they would show some angles, not show other angles. People were walking in and out of the crime scene. It was very iffy and very sketchy. So there was always a lot of, would you say, doubt about what really happened?
Yeah, definitely a lot of doubt, and it was a lot of room for conspiracies to creep in because when you compare footage from minutes apart before the shooting and right after, cars were missing, people were, like you said, in and out. It kind of seemed like things had changed quickly. Right,
exactly. So it was kind of very iffy. And I was, because I was in LA when this happened, but it seemed like the word got spread so fast, like almost instantaneous. You know, so many celebrities were out there. It was quite interesting. Like, I don't know. So it was curious. And so a lot of people have had questions about what really happened. Was it, did he make this Dr. Sebi? He was talking about making a Dr. Sebi movie. Was that what it was? You know, he had just got signed to Atlantic Records. But we didn't really sign a deal, but it was more like a partnership deal. So like, well, did they kill him to take this, or was it Illuminati? Like, who knows? But there was a million and one question about what really happened.
And then when he had that LAPD meeting, he was supposed to go to that LAPD meeting.
Oh yeah, exactly. So then the land that he owned, where his store was, they were trying to build a metro line through, and so that real estate was becoming extremely valuable, and he refused to sell it at the same time. Okay, because he didn't want a person not from that area to be having equity and get all the profit. He said, no, me and my brother own this. We're going to continue to own it. Right. And so he was going to get all of that foot traffic. He was going to go from Santa Monica, which is a pretty wealthy area of Los Angeles, all the way to Crenshaw, right, which is a pretty lowly area of Los Angeles. And so there was going to be a lot of money and traffic kind of going through there because there was not going to be a train line. There was going to be a train stop pretty much right outside of his shop. So there was going to be a lot more foot traffic. So certain people wanted to come in and buy that up and say, like, yeah, we're going to own this now. He refused to sell it. So there was a lot of different angles that's like, okay, a lot of people did not want this man to continue to live. So it was like, who actually may have sent this hit out, or who may have actually done this? Boom. Okay, that's a synopsis. All right. In case you don't know Nipsey Hussle, that's who it is. All right. Boom. Boom.
A while back, right? And I'm on a phone. He FaceTimed me. So he FaceTimed me and stuff like that. He was like, Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, 6-0. I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone. And I was like, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that.
Did you tell him the call you just got? Or you didn't even mention it?
I didn't mention it. And that's what fucked me up, because my cousin is Nipsey baby mama. You get what I'm saying? So it was like, I could have probably stopped it, or it had it.
Stop what? Fuck you mean? That fuck are you talking about?
No, because listen. So after I talked to Nipsey and I was like, yeah, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that. I'll see you later or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey. And so I'm like,
wait. You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yep.
You panic, call Nip. Nip answer the phone.
Yep. And
you like
just talking on regular. So it's like, at the end of the day, I didn't even think about it, because
you don't even warn him that you got that call from dude.
No, because their relationship was so fucked up. It'd be like they be hot one minute, then they be cold the next minute, and then they be lukewarm. Like, you and just 30
minutes after you get out the phone with Nip, he get killed.
Yeah, I got it.
So you think he hit you a little too early?
Yep, he hit me a little bit too early, because.
All right. So we'll stop right there. So now, explanation. So Big U, explain who Big U is, and kind of how he is kind of being drawn into this, and your take from the video. Like, you take this one.
Well, I don't know the ins and outs of Big U. I just know that supposedly this is Nipsey's big homie, basically of the gang that he's in. But I don't know the ins and outs. I think they did business together too, right?
Okay, yeah. So Big U, guys, is Big U. He's pretty much the big person over the 60 script. Now, the movie Friday, the character Devo is based off of Big U. So Big U was around for a very long time, and he's very well known and well respected. You know what I mean? He's kind of like, if you think about like a Suge Knight and things like that, he was around during that era. He's kind of one of those people. One of the only ones who's still free, actually. Now, with that being said, he kind of has a large amount of control in the city of LA, because LA is ran by gang politics. Like, LA is ran 100% by gang politics. And so with that being said, when like rappers come to the city, they have to check in with Big U, right? Or they're going to be extorted by Big U. They may make him pay 10,000, 20,000, different things like that. So he has a lot of power, a lot of control. A lot of rappers, if you see their interviews, they'll be like, yeah, I came to LA and I was at this hotel, and somehow I got this call from Big U, and he knew exactly the room I was in, exactly when I checked out. So he has a lot of pull in the city. Okay, and he also does a lot of work with the LAPD. Now, you know about the LAPD situation, Shane? You're saying like had a program with them, or you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So Nipsey was supposed to be meeting with the LAPD to basically discuss how they can get the gangs to come together and stop the violence. You know, because a lot of people, if you're from this hood or this hood, you guys don't get along and you guys, harm each other. So basically, LAPD was supposed to, I guess, help them set up a program where the gangs are supposed to get along or whatever, right?
Yeah, I believe that's what it was about. Like figuring out, kind of like having a task force, I believe, to kind of reduce the
Yeah.
amount of gang violence in the city of LA. That was kind of the goal. And it was supposed to be like Biggie was supposed to be involved, and Nipsey was supposed to be involved, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people as well, probably from different sets, were going to be involved as well. Now, essentially, because Biggie was very tied to the LAPD, there was always rumors that that's why because certain footage got confiscated by the LAPD and they refused to put it out in the public, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there were always people saying, okay, there was people who were known gang members actually walking in the crime scene before the crime scene was finished. So how are these weird type of things happening? So there was always a belief that, okay, maybe Big U had a large portion to kind of set this up, and then of course, like Lou was saying in the video, Nipsey and him always had an interesting relationship. Sometimes they're cool, sometimes they're not cool. Nipsey made a whole song kind of dissing Big U, called "You Don't Got a Clue," long time ago. And after that song, I believe that Big U went to Nipsey's house. He tried to discipline him. And then he said that Nipsey's dad ended up getting hit in the face with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So Big U ended up hitting Nipsey's dad in the face with a baseball bat. His brother Sam had to come out with a gun and shoot and all that type of stuff. And so essentially, they always had a good and bad relationship at times, right? And so anyway, now a lot of information starting to come out that Big U was actually the one who kind of put the call through to get Nipsey killed, right? And this has been kind of viral. I think this is one of maybe the most viral thing that's kind of going on right now on social media.
Sure.
What do you say about that? Like, at least in the rap scene.
No, definitely this is viral. And people are, now they're saying protect this guy. I don't know his name, but they're saying protect that guy and
Loose cannon.
Yeah, loose cannon. They're saying protect him and stuff like that because he said like February 5th or something. I forgot the exact date, but he said sometime in early February he's gonna drop a recording that he had of the call when Big U told him that Nipsey was dead, and then he also recorded the call when he called Nipsey right after, and
Right.
Nipsey answered. So it's definitely super viral right now, And then Big U had just did an interview recently saying that since Nipsey's death, they had like a kids program in the.
I think it was AAU basketball team.
Yeah, and they lost basically 90% of the kids that were there. That the parents didn't want to come back because they heard that he had a hand in Nipsey's murder. And then he sponsors Adidas, and Kanye West was also working with him. And they said they just stopped answering his calls after the news had broke that he had somewhat of a hand in Nipsey's murder. So I definitely think it's huge. And of course, LA, everybody wants answers because there's not really a lot of answers.
And then even a case was super weird. Even a case itself was super weird.
Yeah.
Some people getting immunity for it was a very strange case. Even the amount of time they gave the supposed killer of Nipsey Hussle, was it 60 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was just super weird. Okay, so you telling me a 60 Crip gets killed by another 60 Crip, and they're gonna get this man 60 years. It just was quite interesting. And so there was a lot of like weird stuff going on with like who gets 60? They use like 25 to life or 50 years. You don't really hear about that number. And so it was pretty weird. Now, some people are saying this guy's lying, and this guy's not telling the truth. Now, I think the moral of the story is when you look at history, the people you try to lead to the promised land are always people who kill you.
Right.
If you look at Malcolm X, who did he get killed by? Nation of Islam. You look at Nipsey, who did he get killed by? A 60 Crip. You look at Yahweh Shai, who did he get killed by? The Jews. You look at anybody who try to lead someone else to the promised land, lead people forward, those are going to be the group of people who kill you. Right. And I think that's one of the biggest takeaways, that when you decide that you're going to be you know what I mean, someone of status, someone of stature, they're going to get someone like you to take you out, you know.
Right.
And I think that's how it's been throughout history, from the times of the Bible even to the times of now. You know what I mean? And I think it's almost something that you just have to accept if you decide you're going to be, you know what I mean, of a certain caliber of humanity. You know, I think that's a part of it. You either bow the knee, or you know what I mean, they take your head. It's one of the two things. You know.
It's just sad. It's just really, really sad. We got a comment from Hassan. He said, "I remember I left LA 2 weeks before Nipsey was murdered. I never knew until his ultimate demise he had the Marathon Strong along with the Plaza."
Yeah, yeah. He did. He owned it. He owned a lot of real estate. Yeah, Vector 90. He owned that whole plaza. And they were supposed to be building actually like flats. We call it flats now. Apartments above the store. You know what I mean? As well. So that was going to be like a huge value add to that property there. Any other comments?
No. I mean, we could go all day about this Nipsey conspiracy. Like, if we keep going, we're going for hours.
Right. So that's how I feel about that situation, guys. Like, you know, I think a lot of it is being revealed now. You know what I mean? Which is good. I think a lot of people want answers. You know, just like Shan was saying, like, because a lot of it didn't really add up. A lot of it didn't really make sense. You know what I mean? Why did nobody else shoot back at the other guy? Why was his best friends, who were also in the same gang, very, very quiet about what happened? You know, it was just a lot of different stuff. You know, so
and even so, why would this guy not even warn him? If somebody called me and said somebody's dead, that person that I called picks up the phone, the first thing I'm gonna yell out is, somebody just told me you was dead. Like, are you okay? Somebody told me you just got killed. That's a first thing. So how could you just answer the phone with Nipsey and not say anything? You know, like, I just feel like that was weird. That was really weird to just.
That didn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So there's too many politics involved. Even this guy, you can't really fully trust. Like, why would you not say that? That was the whole purpose of you calling, to see if he was alive or not. So I don't understand why you would not say something like that. Don't even add up. So it's almost like
the first thing you said.
Yeah, exactly. So it's almost like he played a role in it too. Like, you know.
But he said he dropping a recording in the beginning of February. So we're gonna see, you know, what the call reveals. Exactly.
We're going to see what happens. You know, we're going to see what happens. If you guys enjoying the stream, make sure to smash a like on today's live stream, guys. Drop a comment in there as well. Let us know where you're watching us from. This is a new format that we're doing. We're calling them Wednesday Rants. We're just going to talk about things that we find interesting, things that we care about, and maybe you guys care about them as well. With this format of content, guys, be sure to hit the super chat, Cash App, PayPal, things like that, because who knows if YouTube will actually allow us to monetize such a stream. Okay. Now, what we'll do is we got another one. Okay, so should we transition into the influencer?
Yeah, we can talk about that. Or you want to say that for last, so we can wrap it?
I think the whole title of the stream was like Tanzania Clouds, so I think Tanzania Clouds should be last.
Okay, let's do that one then. Let's do that one.
All right. So we're gonna go into the next one here, which I haven't even watched the video myself. So we're just gonna play it. And
so I know the backstory on this one, right?
Okay.
There's a single mother. She has 3 children. They're all like under 10 years old, right? She's living, I forgot what city she lived in before, but she's living in a city and she wants to become an influencer. So she gets on TikTok and she gains up to 600 followers. And in her head, that is enough to become an influencer. So she decides to pack up her kids and herself and move to Houston to be a full-time influencer with 600 followers. And this is how she ends up.
Okay, that's a preface.
That's the preface.
All right. Let's see what these humans are talking about.
All right, let's hear it.
Somewhere safe and warm for the night until I'm able to figure out at least how to get home.
Kiara Jones came to Houston from Tallahassee at the start of the new year, chasing after a dream.
This is like one of the biggest populations of the social media influencers. That's kind of my goal to become a big influencer.
She'd been staying at a motel this month with her
3 little munchkins. I love them. They're so sweet.
But by Monday, she says she'd run out of money.
It just became too much for me after a while.
With temperatures dropping and no place to go, she says she called 911. Police brought her
What?
and her kids here.
No way.
So I feel like
This is no way. This is real.
it's 100% real. And I feel like this is a lesson to a lot of people that there is a huge difference between an influencer and a content creator.
No,
These are
no. We can't even talk about that. We need to go to the details of what we just heard. She said she moved there in the new year.
Yeah.
January. It's not even a month.
Yes, but she moved it with 600 followers, so you weren't even monetized. You weren't even bringing money in. You
But
weren't
where
even
did her money go? How do you lose all your money in 14 days?
Eddie, when you have 3 children plus yourself and you're living out of a hotel paying night by night, if she thought it was a smart idea to come out there with 600 followers, do you think that she came out there with 6 mil? No.
Okay.
She came out there with $200.
Right.
Right.
And I think this is a lesson for men, a major lesson for men. She probably has 3 different baby fathers. Chances are. And as a result of that, like, you need to be careful about who you're having children with. Because if that woman, you got to think, let's say you do get killed. That woman's going to raise your children. You need to have children with a woman who you can trust to raise your kids, not with somebody like this. You know, like that's a major lesson. You know, a major lesson in life. You know, do not allow that to be the case of your children. You know, but anyway, you should be in your children's life to begin with. But you know, you never know. You could be in a situation where you get killed or anything crazy. Make sure that woman is sound, logically, you know, financially, spiritually. You know, but okay, so 3 children.
Yeah.
That she calls her 3 munchkins.
Yes.
She decides she's leaving Pennsylvania and going to Houston. For no other reason other than there's other influencers in Houston.
Yes, and she wants to pursue being a full-time influencer. This is not the type of person I would ever let influence.
She then runs out of money and calls the police.
Within a week, and called the police, yes. Yes, absolutely. The police took her to the shelter.
This is one of the reasons, guys, that I just had to just thank the Most High for making me who I am. Because, like, where's the logic in that? Like, I never think I want to call the police because I'm out of money. Like, that's number one. It's kind of crazy. Like, that's number one, kind of crazy. It really is.
I never thought that. Like, I'm broke. Let me call the police.
Let me call the police. I would think of committing an act of robbery, a crime, before I call the police.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. Calling the police because you broke is crazy.
That's is a new level. I never have heard of that, you know, but I would think, oh, okay, dang, like, if you're that, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm just going to try to stay in the hotel. I'm trying to stick it out, or I'm going to go. I wouldn't have thought to call the police. That never would have crossed my mind. Now, simultaneously, guys, to put yourself in a position where you're able to go broke with 3 children, you know what I mean? As a fully grown woman, I just think, man, it's a bad reflection, you know what I mean, as a whole on a Black community. It truly is. And, you know, even with my time over here overseas, man, we see people go broke every day. You know, people move over here thinking, oh, I got 5,000, I got 1,000, I got 10,000, 20,000, that's going to last me. You know, people go broke pretty much every day in these different locations. And it's not like it's not like, you know, people are above going broke. You know, anybody can go broke, you know. But at the same time, it's a situation of why do you, okay, there's something called moral hazard. Which essentially says the more safety guards you give someone, the more reckless they behave. So when you put somebody in a car where they have seatbelts, they're going to drive more dangerous than if they were in a car without seatbelts, right? So The only reason you're comfortable bungee jumping is because you have that rope that's gonna save you. Okay, it's called moral hazard. And so in a land like America, where you have so many safety nets to catch you, it allows people to be stupid. And that's the problem. You see, in these other countries that we live in, that we travel to, family is a lot more respected. The reason why is you can't blow off on the mouth at this one person, because you know if something goes wrong in your life, you're going to need them to help you.
Absolutely.
And vice versa. So this is why families stay together more, because it's not even just like they have anybody else to rely on. They're going to have to rely on their family at some point. But in America, right, we've replaced morality with legalities, right? You don't need a man anymore. Just have Section 8, just have WIC, just have EBT, just have all these things. You don't need family anymore. Just go to a shelter. Just call this hotline. Just do all these different things. So we've replaced morality with legality, and it's not working for people. Okay, these people like her are a result of the moral hazard of having so much social welfare, so much of a benefit system where doesn't matter what happens, all going to be okay.
Right.
Because she lacks perspicacity. She lacks the ability to figure out a way to generate income for herself. Right. And that should be shameful. That should be shameful, that you cannot depend on your own merit. Right. What have you done in the last 20 years, 30 years of your life that you have no skills that you can fall back on? Your fallback plan is to call 911.
That's insane.
That's insane.
That's insane.
And so, this is one of the reasons why, like, I do what I do, right? Because just being overseas, I've learned, okay, people really don't know how to generate income. People have no idea how to make a living without going in and clocking out. They have no idea. Like the idea of it is just like incomprehensible to most people.
Right.
And so, that's why I have, nolimiteddy.com/opt-in. You guys can go to the link that's in the chat. Is it in the chat? Pin to this? I can try to pin it if it's there. Drop the link in. All right, let me try to pin it. Boom, put it in.
And that's why they say, like, you're always one paycheck away, from going broke. Because if she was only able to stay in a hotel for less than a month, and she's already like, I'm out of money, that was one paycheck. And she's done.
Right. No, that's serious. You know what I mean? And so I just pinned a link into the chat now, guys. Click on that link, sign up, you know what I mean, and watch a 10-minute training video that I have for you guys about how to go about turning what you know into an online business. Everyone within them has knowledge they can turn into a profitable online business. You just need to know how to position it correctly. So click the link that is pinned in the chat right now, nolimiteddy.com/opt-in. nolimiteddy.com/opt-in. Okay, click the link that's in the chat, pinned up to the top. But that's one of those things, Shannon. Moral hazard is too high in the States, you know what I mean? And I understand, moving on faith and doing different things like that. But man, like you said, that's complete financial treachery that she involved herself in. You know what I mean? To not even have 1 month's worth of savings. It means you did zero budgeting whatsoever. Like zero. Right. Or you came with nothing.
And I think that's an excuse that a lot of people like to cling on to. I feel like there's a difference between moving on faith and just being completely just idiotic. Like, that was not smart. She knew She didn't have money when she came. She knew, like, okay, I have 3 mouths to feed, not even including mine. I have 3 mouths to feed. I have, a couple $100. If the hotel is this much, we only have this many days in the hotel.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So,
simple math, simple addition.
Right. So it's the difference between moving on faith and, just doing things because you want to do it, Right. And like I said, it would have been different if she was like, okay, I got monetized. I just got monetized on TikTok yesterday. Like, let me go ahead and just take a leap of faith. Like, I don't know how much I'm going to make a month, but I know I'll make something. That's something different. But you're not even close to being monetized on TikTok, So for you to do that, knowing that you don't even have enough money to last, minimum 2 weeks, why would you do that? That's not that, So let's not cling to moving on faith. Let's not put that on the Most High.
Right.
That was all you,
Exactly. You know what I mean? And so, Man, that's a lot of lessons in this video. It's a lot of lessons in this video. You know what I mean? Number one, moral hazard is real. You know what I mean? Moral hazard is real. You know, number two, really be careful who you're having children with, because those people want to raise your children. You know what I mean? That's a whole other story for one other day. Really, that side of things. You know what I mean? And as well as you guys need to learn how to put yourself in a good position. You guys need to know how to generate income, create income for yourself. You know what I mean? Pretty much all stuff we talked about here today, kind of all relates back to the income side of things. You know what I mean? Like the guy who was a fighter, Sean Strickland, is only comfortable and free to say this type of thing because he put himself in a financial position where he's like, screw you. If you guys cancel me, that's fine. I'm still gonna make millions. You know what I mean? You know, I already got the different deals. I already made all this money from fighting. I can say what I want to say now. I can truly speak freely, right? And so, you know, that's one of the aspects that money can give you is a freedom. You know what I mean? I'm okay with sharing these things here on this YouTube channel because thankfully I don't have to rely on a check to survive every single month, right? But some other people who like if YouTube is their bread and butter, that's all they have. They got to be careful. They got to fall within the lines. They got to say it is. They may even have to promote a little bit of extra stuff they don't want to really promote to get the extra views, to get the extra clicks, all the different things. You know what I mean? And so yeah, that's a couple of important lessons. So man, we got anything else on that video there, or?
No, I think we just about summed it up. You know, we gave them all the lessons. So yeah,
man.
Yeah.
That's important, guys. That's really important. All right. So I think we have one last video, right? We have one last video. Show people. We got about one last video to show you guys. This is what the whole thumbnail and the title was all about. So we're going to actually dive into that right now, okay? So clouds falling from the sky in Tanzania. If you guys don't know, I live in Tanzania. Shan lived in Tanzania. So did that cat. Bring that cat on the screen. Go get Profiton. Professor Smalls.
Let me see.
So you're going to get the cat really quick. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys click the link in the chat. Pinned up to the top and signing up to watch that training video. Sign up to watch that training video. You know what I mean? And it's feats like this. Like, again, moved out of America at 21. 3 years later, I'm still here. You know what I mean? And so there's certain things that I must be doing right. Okay, there goes Profiton, aka Professor Smalls. Lil Lean, what's up, boy?
He was asleep. Say hi, Papa.
People love the cat. People love that cat. So you guys see him, his evil eyes there, sleep. I feel like his whiskers are too long for his face. Let me know what you guys think about that. Shan said you're not supposed to cut cat whiskers, but I feel like he needs a little trim overall.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect.
But anyway, and you know what? Let me drop some emojis too. So Shan was saying I should make some custom emojis for the cat. Let me show you, because I got like dog emojis for everybody who's like a channel member of mine. I have like these dog emojis. You know, I have like custom emojis, people who are channel members, E-team emojis. Do you guys think I should make some for the cat, for Professor? Let me know, guys. Let me know. Thinking about it. It wasn't too hard to make them. I think I just required a photo and it had to be a particular size. But all right, let's dive into this last clip.
All right, let's get it.
So screen share video, clouds, full screen, and then let's hit that joint.
And we have more clouds falling out of the sky. This video was directly sent to me from Tanzania. Check this out, y'all.
Jamani, tuko live hapa. Hii ni Morogoro, Tanzania. Nasemekanika mawingu yatua.
What is going on? Why are these things falling out of the sky? And lately, have you guys noticed there's been this huge blanket of clouds over the sky? I showed you guys how there's blue skies under these clouds. You know what I'm saying? Blue skies with different kind of clouds, and these clouds look different from the other ones. But check it. It looks like foam, but then again, it's not. Look at that. It looks just like clouds, y'all. Look at that shit. Yeah, it looks just like clouds. And then the way that it is.
All right. Hold on. Talk about this. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
All right. So me personally, I think it's real crazy how this happened all in Tanzania, like a place that we were in, we once lived in, we called, our home at the time. So I think that's really, really crazy. But honestly, I feel like since moving to Africa, to the continent of Africa, the clouds, especially here in Egypt, the clouds aren't really like visible. I don't feel like I see a lot of clouds. I feel like the skies are mostly clear. So for the clouds to literally be falling from the sky, something is not right with the world. Like something is not right. I don't even think these are real clouds. I feel like these are like those machine-made clouds or something. I don't know. I don't know what that's about, but they need to fix the machine or something because it's not working. And I have seen a lot of people post like on their stories and stuff on Instagram about how the sky looks a little different. How sometimes it's like purple or orange and the clouds are like just a lot. It's a whole bunch of clouds that you can't even see the blue sky. So I don't know what's been going on lately, but I'm sure you guys all know who's behind it. But yeah, I don't know what this is about. I really don't know. And this is scary. For it to be happening in Africa, I feel like that's really scary because over here it's like, it's pure. It's the motherland, we don't really participate in a lot of that westernized stuff. I feel like that's something you will more so see in the States, but for clouds to be falling out of the sky here in Africa, in East Africa at that is crazy. So drop a comment like what y'all think about that. Like what y'all think about the clouds falling? Have you guys seen any difference in the clouds? Have you guys seen like the clouds looking a little different or they're bigger or you can't see the sun? Like let me know. Let me know. What's your thoughts on this, Eddie?
I think it's fake. I don't think this video is real. I don't think
think
this
the
video
video is fake or the clouds?
I think the whole video is fake. I don't think those are real clouds. I think that's a stage video. You know what I mean? It just looks like foam. Looks like dishwashing liquid that they put into an ultra sudsor and then like let it fly all over the place.
But you see it like touching the ground and like people touching it. It wasn't like popping. It wasn't going away.
Nah, I don't think it's real in my personal opinion. Yeah. Because I mean, if clouds are water and all that type of stuff, I don't see it just somehow falling down from the sky without it becoming rain or something of that nature. Like, I don't believe it's real. I just think this is staged just to get more views. You know what I mean? The whole lady faked the whole brick in the head to get clout. All they did is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do think that was Tanzania. It looked like Tanzania for sure. But Tanzanians are capable of doing everything. The same things that people in the West do. I mean, one of the biggest artists in the world, Diamond Platinum, is from Tanzania. So it's not like they can't stage videos and things like that.
Oh yeah, sure.
Over there. So I don't think it's real, guys. But I want to know what you guys think. You guys think those are real clouds or they're not real clouds? In my personal opinion.
This is a question I have for you. So when we were in Tanzania, right?
Correct,
Do you remember? Huh?
Yeah, correct, Mungo. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember a lot of clouds being visible? Do you remember like that there were a lot of clouds, or were the skies like mostly clear? You can see more blue.
I remember there being a lot of clouds in Tanzania. Beautiful clouds too. Yeah, really, really nice clouds actually. So that's one thing that I do remember. I remember the sunsets in Tanzania were amazing. They were like next level. Tanzania as a whole is a really beautiful land. You know what I mean? The natural landscape, how quickly things grew, how easily things grew. The greenness of the grass, the greenness of the trees, the freshness of the air. Maybe one of the best air qualities. Maybe one of the best air qualities of a major city that we've ever been into.
Oh, yeah. The air quality was really clean.
Yeah. Good sun, everything like that. Of course, the mosquitoes were very vibrant. There were a lot of mosquitoes. That was, of course, a big concern with those. What else? Really, I remember that though in Tanzania for sure.
We got a comment. Somebody named Neighbor G said, "Cute cat." Thank you.
Appreciate that.
S. Howard said, "Shalom. I'm glad I stayed to listen to you too. I'll be sure to tune in next time." And then they also said, "Chemtrails gone wrong."
Chemtrails gone wrong. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if there's chemtrails. Could be potentially. You know what I mean? It definitely looked man-made. It wasn't natural. Clouds. That was for sure. You know what I mean? It was not natural clouds. What was it exactly? I don't fully know. I can't really tell you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that was definitely one of the topics we did want to share with you guys. Being that we lived in Tanzania, for quite a while. So want to share that with you guys as well. But really, that was our first Wednesday rant. Shan, how do you feel about it? Like, how was it?
I think it was pretty good. I think it was pretty
Yeah,
good.
right.
I think the people like it, and I feel like the more we go live, the more people, of course, will have tune in because then they get to see my personality and your personality just live and uncut, instead of just through video. Which we're the same in videos, but I feel like this is more like uncensored,
Right,
just
right.
talking about like you said, things that we like to talk about, just random videos. But we can't really do on a channel because on the channel you kind of have to have a theme.
Right, right, exactly. And so, I mean, essentially, guys, this is our first official Wednesday rant. I mean, I enjoyed it. I think it was pretty cool. Well, of course, we'll get better with the format. We'll get better with little things, piece by piece here and there. Because I'm looking at my computer, but my phone is here. So, little small things we'll get better at over time. But I enjoyed it. Main thing I want to tell you guys, of course, is to click that link that's pinned up in the chat. Go there, opt in right now, right freaking now. Don't wait, don't hesitate. Don't say I do it in 5 minutes, do it 1 minute. No, do it right now. Let 2024 be the year that financially you're free yourself in the matrix. You're financially free to travel the world. So make sure you guys do that by clicking that link that is in the chat right now. NoLimitEddy.com/. Opt in. It's dropped in by Shan there. Don't drop it in again. Just let them click the one that's pinned up to the top. So yeah, click on that link right there, guys. Go there, enter your name, your number, watch the training video, and everything like that. Then I'm going to retarget you to oblivion. Okay, I'm going to keep retargeting you until we hop on a phone call. All right, and we see if you're the right fit to kind of work with us. Okay, so guys, keep on doing that. What else? I mean, that's really it. That's really it. You know what I mean, Shan? I mean, like you said, you see people kind of living their life, different parts of the world. We like talking about it. So I think next week we'll have a whole different selection of topics. Probably we'll do boxing every week because every week there's something new in boxing. So probably do that every single week. But then it'll just be random videos that we see on the internet. And if you guys have certain videos you want us to react to too, I think that'll work. We have like a little time frame. We'll do like 10 minutes per topic. That would be best. It'd be like 5 topics. We'll be live for about an hour every Wednesday. And I think around this time was pretty good time for us. Hopefully it's a good time for you guys as well. And then I think we should actually clip this live stream up and put it on the Shape Vlogs channel. Like the better segments. You know what I mean? I think we should like clip up the segments and then pop them onto your channel. And then, make thumbnails for them and then get some extra traffic that way for the Wednesday rants.
Let's do it. I think this was a good live. And like I said, of course, we're going to get better. With anything we do, we get better. We become better. So we'll get better in time.
No, for sure. You know what I mean? So I guess any parting words from you?
No, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening to us and chiming in with your opinions. We definitely love to hear you guys' opinions. And just thank you for listening to ours, and definitely go ahead and click that link. Go ahead and opt in. Like he said, we're going to retarget you to oblivion until you hop on a call with us. So just go ahead and do it,
Right. Definitely. Yeah. Click that link that's pinned up to the chat, top of the chat. You know what I mean? Everyone has a goal to move abroad who's watching my channel. Everyone has a goal of, making money online who's watching the channel. Everybody wants to do that. You know what I mean? Why not learn from me? Somebody who's been doing it proficiently for years and years and years. I've been making money online for the last 7 years, I think now, straight. Last 3 years, I've been doing it while traveling the world. So click the link that's pinned up to the top of the chat. Let's figure out, if what I do is right for you and if you're right for me. That's super important that we're both the right fit for each other. Because as you guys can tell, my personality is quite interesting. And as a result of that, I like working with certain people. You know what I mean? I don't like working with people who are headache and everything like that. So that's when we do a call to kind of, verify kind of who you are, what you're looking for and different things like that. But yes, don't delay. Click the link that's pinned up to the top of the chat right now. Do it. If you don't know how to view the chat, maybe you're in the full screen. You need to minimize the screen. And then right underneath that, that's where the chat is. If you're on your phone and you have it horizontal, I think if you have your phone horizontal, the chat is still popping up on the right side, but I don't know. You have to turn it vertically and then go to the chat there and click on it from there. Everybody needs to do that. What else? I think that's really it. I got to actually follow up with some people right now. text some people really quick, and chill out for the rest of the day, actually. So thank you guys for jumping on this stream. I honestly appreciate it. I know Shannon appreciates it as well. Spread the word. No Limit Eddie and Shay Vlogs are doing Wednesday rants. So I guess next Wednesday, be prepared for that. You know, we're trying to drop one video a week as well on the main channel, and then a live stream every week. So I guess I'll see you guys next week. Y'all willing? Shalom.